Chapter 1, the blackmail. I have finally arrived. My priority is to get out of this bitter cold before I freeze completely. I unlocked a mind map for that. I must not get distracted by the celebrations. I was brought here to uncover the identity of Mademoiselle Angeline's blackmailer, and that is exactly what I shall do. Okay. So, who? We don't know. What? What tool? Why? Angeline's letter requesting the help. Police orders. Your services, Detective Poirot. Your services are required at Yep. House. The Van den Bosch family have formally requested your assistance with regards to a reported case of blackmail. Local enforcement have confirmed several accounts of blackmail in the area over recent weeks, and an investigation into potential links is already underway. This is of the highest priority, and you are expected at the house immediately. On a personal note, you are a representative of the police force and are expected to act appropriately. Do not allow past experiences with the Van den Bosch family to affect it. Great. Yeah, okay. I'm fucking freezing my ass off. Holy shit. Oh, I leave a little trail in the snow. Whoa. Wait. Okay, I'm a child. Where am I going? Ooh, what's over here? Something. I don't know. I'm cold. Maybe we should just go inside. Wonder if you can actually freeze to death. Can I go in this thick snow here? Yuck. Let's just get inside. Hello? Please let me in. I'm freezing my ass off. A moment longer in this weather and my fingers would have become too cold to even knock the door. That's not ominous at all.
Bonjour, my name is Hercule Poirot. I am here at the invitation of Mademoiselle Angeline.
Ah, Detective Poirot.
Archie!
We have been expecting you. Please come in from this frightful cold.
He's Scottish! I think. Oh god.
Merci. I don't think I would have lasted much longer out here before turning into an icicle.
Welcome. I am Archibald Sterling, the head butler. Please accept my apologies. I have a rather pressing matter, but I will see that you are attended to immediately.
He's Scottish.
Do not trouble yourself on my behalf. I am sure I am more than capable of finding my room. I shall straighten myself up and be ready to join the party.
I just want to bring attention to Poirot's fucking awesome looking shoes. Look at those kicks he's got on.
There is no rush, Detective. Dinner will not be served for some time, so please, make yourself comfortable. Once you have settled in, I am sure that Miss Angeline will be happy to see you. She has been eager for your arrival. She's not been herself recently.
Bets in the comments for who thinks Archie's the blackmailer.
You will be staying on the first floor. I believe your room is one of the two on the west side of the house.
Merci. I am sure we shall speak again soon.
Alright, new mind map. Locate my room and get settled into my surroundings. It is time to make myself comfortable. I should begin with finding my room and straightening myself up before the party begins. Okay, the staff are very busy. Archie is stressed. My room has been assigned. It is on the first floor in the west wing. Who the hell are you? Harry Styles looking ass. I'm kidding, I'm totally kidding. Tonight's arrivals have written a small signed message. The male guests are based in the east wing. Hello.
Bonjour. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Detective Hercule Poirot.
Looks more like,
Detective, I hope you're not here for me.
oh my god.
Not that I am aware of. Should I be?
Ha! Ha ha! Not often you meet a detective with a sense of humor. I'm Zakaria Demir, but you can call me Zach.
Judging by the smell of alcohol, I would say he had begun the celebrations already, and is likely to be this friendly with everyone. I understand the staff are busy. Have you had a chance to congratulate them?
If I had seen them, maybe I would have. It is meant to be their celebration, but they're always off, dealing with something or other.
Something or other? A rather vague expression.
Let's just say they like to keep their cards close to their chest. For such a well-known family, I'm surprised they can keep anything hidden.
Would you care to elaborate on what Mademoiselle may be hiding?
I'd rather not. You're the detective, isn't that your job?
Très bien, Monsieur Demir.
Perhaps I should keep my occupation and reason for being here to myself. For now, at least, I fear it may derail my initial introductions. I understand the staff are busy, but I was hoping I could find some
You'll be
consistency.
lucky. I've been waiting for a refill for ages. I came out here to find someone myself.
Ah, I see. The preparations for this evening's dinner must have taken precedence.
I've seen that butler running around like a madman, but there is still no party to speak of. It's pretty clear they need to hire a few more hands.
I shall take up no more of your time. À bientôt.
He looks more like... Oh my god. The name is like escaping me. I'll remember it eventually. Mick Jagger. There we go. I imagine this is used by Archibald. I very much doubt Mama would use it. This place is a far cry from what they used to, have. Sorry about that. My kitty cat wants my attention. Madame van den Bosch has always been one for appearances. Why would the family want to keep a price tag on the farce? Unless they're, renting this place? Was I in the East or the West Wing? That's Papa.
Oh.
Portrait of a distinguished-looking gentleman. He doesn't appear to be related to the family. Oh, then I was wrong. That's not Papa. Maybe this is not their house. Last I knew them, they were having money trouble, so...
Huh.
The chance to play is very tempting, but I shall save myself the embarrassment. That's probably a good idea. It looks quite valuable and delicate. I shall resist the temptation to inspect it any further. This looks like a room of aha moments.
Oh.
A roaring fire. I could stand and gaze into the flames for hours.
Oh.
An interesting looking piece of stationery. It is rather delicate. Oh, is that my room? Can I go into the party? I can, but I don't want to yet. I presume this leads to the dining room. Ah, I'm sure there will be a grand reveal when all are present. I can hear bottles clanging and moving furniture. I presume this is the salon. The door is locked. And then this is all my shit. Sorry, stuff. Okay. Let's go upstairs. I love his red shoes. They're very fanciful. You can go up even more stairs. Oh. An auctioneer's receipt. I hope Madame van den Bosch isn't finding it necessary to sell her belongings. So she's selling stuff again. For blackmail purposes?
Ah.
Painting of a valley with a series of beautiful cliffs. It's truly breathtaking. I can't go in there.
Ah.
Beautifully composed painting of 7 saints. Madame has quite the eye for striking artwork. Can I go in this room? Oh, I can! This is my room, I guess. Or it's not. Selection of perfume, compliments of the family. Seems rather fitting for a female occupant. Did they leave me some cologne as well?
Huh.
A roaring fire. I could stand and gaze into the flames for hours. I think this is not my room. Shoes are so red. Match with the red socks. Understandable to hide a woman's modesty while changing.
Oh.
The fallen snow has laid a beautiful white blanket over the countryside. So I assume that's my room.
Oh.
Painting of the sun rising over a town. Sadly, it appears to have some water damage. Ooh. What's there? This door does not seem fitting of a bedroom. Mounted animal head. I am not sure how I would fare coming face to face with such beasts. That's to the northeast quarter. And this is to the southeast quarter. So we're in the right quarter. And that is my bedroom. This is a far grander house than the last one. I guess I'll just go chill in my room. So weird they left me perfume. Okay, well let's have a look at my mind map. Okay. So, Zach says family holds a few secrets. Very few staff working.
Things are beginning to become...
A butler would usually escort me to my room, but on this occasion I must find my own way. Stress due to the lack of staff. I guess these 2 rooms being locked.
What a revelation!
Yeah. These must be the rooms for tonight's events. They must be locked for a good reason.
The pieces of the puzzle are fun.
I doubt Madame's standards have dropped. The staff must be working hard to finalize preparations. Staff too busy to assist. Well, it could be these 2.
Some
Yeah.
would say a lucky guess. I would say...
It appears as though I am staying in a very feminine room. Perhaps there has been some confusion.
Magnifique.
Yes. He might have been stressed. Archibald is clearly flustered with this task. Appears he has sent me to the wrong room. Inspect the bedroom. There does not seem to be anything of interest in here. Luggage. There is no tag but must belong to one of the guests. A card is hidden under the pillow. It indicates Hugo would like Miss Conrad to speak with him ASAP. It appears Monsieur Sterling has given me the wrong room. This one had been made up for Jacqueline Conrad. No matter, I shall find my chamber myself. Okay, I should inspect the grand hall floor. Time and skill it takes to build such a wonderful piece. It is an art form. Everything's locked. I assume my door's the only other one that's next to it. Oh, who are you? Hello.
You must be Detective Poirot. Welcome. Allow me to introduce myself. Gideon Demir.
The fiancé to Mademoiselle Angeline. The pleasure is all mine.
Angeline spoke so highly of you. It sounds as though you are the man that can sort this terrible mess out.
I am, monsieur. You have my word.
Hopefully.
Mostly friends of the family. A couple of business associates of mine. Quite a mix from all walks of life.
With regards to the blackmailing, can they be trusted, or should they be considered suspects?
Angeline is struggling to trust anyone right now. But Madame Vandenbosch, as it is her house, thought it was best for us to have them all present.
Okay.
And they will all be staying in the house?
Yes, it is a rather full house. All 6 guests will be staying on this floor. The family resides on the 2nd floor. As does Felix.
I will be sure to speak with them all. However, I will keep my identity and purpose for being here hidden, at least until I have made my initial introductions.
Aside from your relative that I accidentally told I was a detective downstairs.
I'm afraid that ship may have already sailed. Once the Comtesse gets wind of something, a detective coming to the house, for example, you can bet everyone will know.
Yeah.
She tries her best to keep everyone else happy, but I can see it is taking its toll.
Quite understandable. She is feeling the burden of the family that is not hers to carry.
Angeline has spoken with her mother. She has asked if there is anything that could be used against her, but she was just so dismissive.
And what are
As always.
your thoughts on the matter?
I do not want to overstep my position, but if there is something that could damage not only the Vandenbosch name, but our future, Angeline deserves to know.
And that is a very diplomatic answer.
You have met Madame. You know it is best to not get on her wrong side.
Ain't that the truth? I have, and Monsieur Gideon is wise to select his battles carefully where Madame is concerned. I could not help noticing an air of antipathy when
You
mentioning
are
the
very
Major.
observant, Detective. You would be wise to keep that perceptive nature while you're here.
I'm sure you are correct. But I'd like to return to your feelings towards the Major.
He has been a good friend to Madame Vandenbosch over
Of
the years.
course.
But that does not make him a good man, or suitable to involve himself in family affairs.
Monsieur Gideon has not said anything negative against the Major, but it sounds as though he is questionable of the Major's intentions in the
Merci,
house.
monsieur. I shall leave you to prepare for tonight's celebrations.
So that mother effing Major is still here. Why did I just take the stairs like that? Bon, Mademoiselle Angeline is here. The sooner I learn more about the blackmail, the quicker she can return to celebrating her happy news. I am also eager to hear about Mademoiselle Elizabeth and what became of young Fleurette. Okay, the Van den Bosch family have held a place on my mind since our first meeting. I am most interested to see what has changed since then. The receipt and the tag.
I should not be surprised by my...
It appears the family's financial situation is much the same as the last time I saw them. Talk to Angeline? Zacky boy. Angeline.
Mademoiselle Angeline, it is a pleasure to see you again.
Detective, how wonderful you are here. Your travel was not too arduous, I hope?
Watching from my carriage window, I saw the beautiful countryside and rolling hills. It was anything but taxing.
I'm truly thankful you could make it here at such late notice.
No thanks are required, mademoiselle. When one is requested personally, there is nothing more important.
It seems the staff have almost been run off their feet today. Is it always like this?
Gideon and I only wanted a small dinner to celebrate our engagement, but Maman was adamant on throwing this party. It may have been her idea, but it's the staff that have made it happen.
Yeah.
Their efforts do not go unnoticed, from me at least. They have been with us for so long. I do my best to make sure they are happy and content.
Mademoiselle has made a remarkable transformation from selfish spoiled brat to the gracious young woman I see before me. Although I must solve this case alone, Mademoiselle's insight may be of great assistance throughout my investigation. Who is aware of the blackmail letters and their content?
Only Maman, Elisabeth, my beloved Gideon, and you, of course.
What's the bet? It's Florette.
And what is your fiancé's opinion of the letters?
He thinks me foolish for paying the first one if there is no secret to reveal. But
But you believe there may be a secret lurking, one that Maman is herself keeping hidden.
she tells me nothing. Even though I'm a grown woman on the verge of marriage, she still treats me like the child I once was.
Perhaps it is out of love that she protects you. It is in every mother's nature to protect their young from hurt.
The relationship between Madame and Mademoiselle is obviously far from perfect. She should treasure the times she has with Mademoiselle Angeline before she is wed and has flown the nest. Do you have any suspicions as to who may have
Not a
sent the
single
letters?
person. I don't know anyone that would stoop so low.
The guests that will be joining us tonight, they are ones you can trust?
I hope so, Detective. Before the letters arrived, I would not have thought twice about it.
They are all close friends of yours, I assume.
Friends and colleagues, Gideon has spoken positively about them. It would be a rather underhanded tactic to do such a thing to someone you are doing business with.
Mademoiselle seems naive to the nature of business. It can be ruthless and unapologetic. Perhaps I should not overlook them as suspects as quickly as Mademoiselle has.
Yes, Maman has quite a collection, although they are not all to my taste. Most, in fact.
The painting of the saints in particular, it is quite exquisite. Is it connected to the house in some way?
The one in the hall? If you look above your bedroom door, you will see one of their names. I believe they were originally carved to watch over the occupant.
Tell me what became of Florette.
Detective, I'm afraid I just don't know.
She was quite adamant at the police station that she would not be returning to the house, but I assumed she would at least collect her belongings.
Maman demanded that Elisabeth pack up everything she had and dispose of it.
As if the poor girl had not already lost enough.
But I couldn't let that happen. Elisabeth and I took her belongings, what little there was of them, to a friend of hers in the town that Elisabeth knew of. But not even she had heard from her.
Could she have
I
returned her
wanted to
phone?
contact her, but I had no address or telephone number.
Surely Madame must have had some information when she employed her.
You saw how Maman was. As soon as Florette was out of sight of the house, it was as though she had never been there at all. Elisabeth was most upset at the news Florette would not be returning.
And your mama's choice to ignore her accountability for the girl stopped you searching.
Please, detective, you cannot make me feel any worse than I already do. If I could go back and live that day again, you must believe me, I would never have done it.
Mademoiselle Angeline has finally accepted responsibility and is remorseful for her actions that day and the consequences that followed. I am pleased to see a maturity in her, but that does not help young Florette, wherever
Merci,
she may be.
mademoiselle. I shall find you if there is anything further I need.
Interesting. Okay, what up, Zach?
Detective, it looks as though I might be out here all weekend. What can I do for you?
Would it not be easier to find the stuff yourself?
I'm a guest. I shouldn't have to go around chasing them.
Perhaps the party preparation is more of a priority.
It's not my fault they aren't ready. Why don't I wait here while you check in the butler's pantry in the east corridor?
What?
I think I saw a maid go in there earlier.
I shall take up no more of your time. À bientôt.
Gideon. Currently on this. So there's plaques above the door. Gideon said that guests are all residing on the first floor.
Another success.
7 prestigious saints. I should find these above 7 doors in the house. I wonder if this matches the number of expected guests. No, because there's 6.
Another success.
All the first floor rooms are accounted for. Perhaps missing doors hidden elsewhere.
What a revelation!
I fear Mademoiselle's secret may not be the only one this house is hiding. Alright. Inspect the butler's pantry. Let's go. This room is no, that's the dining room. Where's the butler's pantry? I didn't listen. Ah, Zach, what have you done to me? Okay, let's just go back upstairs again and talk to Gideon, because I know where he is. Apparently, Poirot does not know how to walk upstairs.
Please, ask away.
I'm aware finances can be a sensitive subject.
As far as I'm aware, everything is in order. From what I understand, the late Viscount had made some questionable investments. But that is all in the past.
And regarding the payment of the blackmail?
Angeline does not have to worry about money anymore. I was born into some wealth, and I have earned my own fortune.
Merci,
Okay.
monsieur. I shall leave you to prepare for tonight's celebrations.
Okay, well, Florette's whereabouts is unknown. But they're keeping up
I
appearances.
should not be surprised by my...
Looks like they finally got back on track with their money problems, which is good. Well, yeah, I don't think the mama would want to sacrifice their relationship. Where's the butler's pantry? Oh, here. Forgot that this was a way I could go. Okay. Elizabeth!
Ah, Mademoiselle Elisabeth. What a pleasure to see you again.
Detective Poirot, I'm so glad you could make it.
Unfortunately, it is not purely for pleasure that I am here. Mademoiselle Angeline requires my attention professionally.
Yes, Angeline has told me. I'm glad she called upon you, Detective. I've been rather worried about her.
I will do everything I can to find the blackmailer and bring them to justice.
Bets that it said Elizabeth. Put them in the comments.
I have every faith in you.
I hope I am not interrupting you.
We are all very busy, as I'm sure you can imagine. After I'm done, I can come to your room and help you with any further questions.
I saw the welcome book as I
Yes.
arrived.
Guests are requested to sign the book when arriving. I believe it gives details to the guests' room locations.
It stated the male guests are to be staying in the east wing.
Yes, Madame does not believe in male and female guests residing beside one another. No one escorted you. I'm so sorry. Everyone is just so frantic at the moment. Madame has requested all staff prepare for this evening.
And you have been tasked with jobs in the pantry. Surely your talents could be used elsewhere.
I do as Madame asks. Well, as Archie asks.
Monsieur Sterling. Yes, I met him when I arrived. A charming gentleman. He did give me some rather vague instructions to find my room, though.
I can only apologise on his behalf. He would be mortified. I'm afraid I cannot be of much more help, but I believe you are located next to Mr. De Silva. By all means, the house is yours to explore.
Thank you. I suppose I should not take Monsieur Sterling's lack of directions personally, considering the amount of work the staff has been tasked with. At least now I have permission to further roam the house. I'm glad to see Mademoiselle Angeline has not allowed the blackmail to dampen her
Yes, I'm
spirits.
afraid it may be all for show, though. She has not been herself, and it is not only I that have noticed.
Madame Vandenbosch. Surely it must have had some effect on her.
Madame has carried on as though nothing has happened. She has never been one to show emotion, and she doesn't seem to notice how it has affected Angeline. The staff, on the other hand... Angeline means no harm, but there have been some instances recently where she has acted rather sharply with them.
I hope not too sharply. A house of 2 Madame Vandenbosches would surely be too much for anyone.
I've been eagerly waiting to hear more of Belgium's greatest love story.
Yes. Well, I'm afraid it is far from a happy ending. Luke is sadly no longer with us.
Like, in life?
Oh, mademoiselle, I was not aware.
It's fine, Detective, honestly. I'm sorry, but I really must finish this.
Bien sûr, mademoiselle.
For a man that has a mind so brilliant and astute, I have made an easy job of embarrassing myself. Let this be a reminder to use one's grey cells before speaking.
Merci, mademoiselle.
The pleasure is mine, Detective.
I was going to say, I didn't see a ring on her finger. What happened? The cook has obviously used them for quite some time. There does not seem to be anything of interest. That's sad.
Before you leave, Detective, I have something for you beside the furnace here from Angeline. She wanted me to give it to you on your arrival.
Merci, mademoiselle.
Why didn't you just give it to me then?
Huh.
The second letter acknowledges a payment from a previous blackmail letter. Mademoiselle Vandenbush, you were wise to take me seriously. You have bought my silence for a moment at least. Your family's privacy obviously means a great deal to you. If you're willing to pay to keep your secrets hidden and continue to pay, you will. Would your mama be as willing to part with her wealth? You'll bring a second parcel with another 5,000 francs to the cobblers, this time addressed to Monsieur Fontaine by close on Friday. You have done your family a service by keeping this arrangement to yourself. I'm sure I do not have to tell you what will happen. The police are involved, and I hope it will not come to that. New mind map. I'm now able to read the letters that were sent to Mademoiselle Angeline. I'm sure there's a great deal to learn from them, and hopefully some clues. So it was handwritten. Oh, yeah, there was a cool pen in there.
Things are beginning to become clear.
Can't ignore the coincidence the same style of pen that wrote the letters is present in the house. Hi, Lizzie.
Of course, Detective. What?
I noticed a rather extravagant looking
I would
pen.
not say it in front of the Major, but it is rather hideous. It was a gift from him to Madame from his time overseas. I don't think it even has the capability of writing.
A pen that does not write is like a fish that cannot swim.
As Angeline describes it, a useless ornament. It's the thought that counts, I suppose.
Merci.
The pleasure is mine, Detective.
Okay. We'll have one last conversation with Angeline and then I'll leave it for today. We'll come back and eventually figure out this
What
mystery.
can I help you with, Detective? I was right to pay it, yes? You have read them. What do you think?
You were wise to consult me, but bowing to their threat may have only shown that you are willing to pay for their silence. Is the secret they speak of worth so much?
I wish I could, but I have no idea. The letter was addressed to me, but I have nothing to hide. Maman took one look at it and disregarded the whole thing as someone's idea of a joke.
She looked at it. She is not aware of the second letter.
She doesn't know I paid the first. I thought I could make it all go away.
Did you ask Madame if there was a family secret they could be privy to?
She said I was to ignore the letters and stop wasting my time with such foolishness. If there was something, she wouldn't tell me anyway.
It appears Mademoiselle believes her mama's attempts to brush away the serious nature of the letters as little as I do. How has Mademoiselle Elizabeth been since the passing of Luke?
As you would expect, she has been in quite a state. It was such a terrible accident.
No, he did die.
She kept it to herself for almost a week before she even told me.
Pardon, how could you not know? Surely his absence from the house was noticed.
Maman fired him after he returned to the house. She said
What?
he could not be trusted.
But Mademoiselle Elizabeth's position was kept?
I begged Maman for them both, but she said if he was willing to go behind her back, what else could he do?
Falling in love is a far cry from committing even the smallest crime, n'est-ce pas?
Yeah, a cruel and unnecessary decision. May I ask how you came into such a large amount of money?
I couldn't ask Maman for the money. She was angry that I had even considered paying it. Gideon offered to help.
Pardon, did he not think you foolish for paying?
He did, but he said he couldn't stand by and watch me in so much distress.
How honorable.
We are soon to be married, Detective. A loving partnership that faces their troubles together. They are his words.
I did not mean anything by it, mademoiselle. You have found yourself a husband that will stand by your side and do what must be done to protect you. I am most pleased for you.
She has been a kind
to
shoulder to
Elizabeth.
lean on through all this mess, but it is her I worry about. She has been through so much.
I was not aware of what had happened, and by mentioning, I fear I may have only made it worse by dredging up the past.
Do not punish yourself, Detective. You are not to know. I don't think your honest mistake will make much difference to how she has been feeling recently.
It is easier said than done. I've already seen a difference in Mademoiselle Elizabeth. She was once so exuberant and optimistic, seeing the positives in everything and everyone, but now I fear the loss of her love and the careless reminder from moi may have dampened her outlook.
Merci, mademoiselle. I shall find you if there is...
Anything further? Well, did that lock anything? It did. Okay, well, I'm gonna leave it here. Eventually, I will come back to this and we'll figure out what's going on. Place your bets who you think it is in the comments, because eventually we'll find out. But thanks for watching, guys. See you later.